centered.
And you're gonna love me. You're gonna wanna hug me and scream.
You ain't even gotta impress me. If the main goal is to undress me, that's all.
You guys saw how I got you? Hey guys. So, welcome back to my channel. It's Living with Lee. I didn't really have too much of like a, this week I want to vlog this. It kind of just spoke to me. I was like, let me just do like a summer week in my life, summer days in my life, just like a summer days vlog. I just got off work and today I am going to a book event with Maddie. It is at Barnes & Noble's Union Square. I've always wanted to go there because I don't know if it's the biggest in the world, but it's one of the biggest. And sorry, I just had to make sure my doors are locked. But it's one of the biggest. And they usually, like, any time an author or some type of book event goes on, 9 times out of 10, it's being held at that Barnes & Noble's. So today, the author that's coming in is Lisa Jewell. She's been on my TBR list for literally so long, but then again, like, my TBR list is probably 3 miles long. So I've been putting it off, and then when Maddie was like, this is happening, I was like, this is the perfect sign for me to bump her up on my list and just read a book. So this weekend I read, I don't know if you guys can see it, but Then She Was Gone. I'm not really a big like ebook person. However, it is pretty cost effective compared to buying paperback books every time that are minimum $15. Like, you just gotta do what you gotta do. So I read that, and that book ate down. I gave it 4.5 out of 5 stars. It was just such a good thriller. Quick rundown. Basically, it's about this woman. I don't even remember the mom's name, which is crazy. I remember the daughter's name. Hold on. It's about a mother named Laurel. This is all based in England. She has a family. It's picture perfect. And basically, like, her favorite child is her daughter named Ellie. I believe she's the middle child. One day, she just gets up and she vanishes without a trace. Then, it's about, I believe, like 10 years later. She's chilling, she's out, well, not chilling, she's like still traumatized, but she's out and about, right? And she runs into this guy and they hit it off. The chemistry is there, it's working so well. She's like, oh my god, this is great. He's like, I have kids. She's like, that's no problem, like, that doesn't bother me. And one of the nights, it was like he couldn't have one of his children be watched. He had to bring his child with her, so Laurel had to meet the child. Bro, that child looked exactly like her daughter. Now, she's bugging out. She's like, my daughter went missing 10 years ago, which makes her daughter, at the time of the story, like 25. This girl is a child. Why do you look exactly like my daughter? And then from there, the story completely unfolds. We have past and present. We have multiple point of views. It's broken up into, I think, 5 parts. And then a super short epilogue, like 2 pages, at least on the ebook. And no notes, literally no notes. That book ate. She has a new book coming out, I believe, tomorrow. So the ticket includes the book, like a copy of the book, her signing the book, we get to take pictures, and then I believe she's doing a Q&A type of thing going on. But yeah, so that's what's going on with that. And I'm excited. Then tomorrow we work again. And then after that, my stepsister is graduating high school. Guys, it is a big year for my family. I graduated with my master's. One of my brothers graduated with his bachelor's, and now my stepsister is graduating with her high school degree, and she's going off to college. Like, we can't help that we're smart, you know what I mean? Like, it's not easy being the smart family, but someone had to do it. And then the rest of the week, honestly, the setting where I work, it's kind of like a half week because summer vacation. So I think I'm only working until Wednesday, I think. But that's also up in the air because I can pick up shifts. So those are just like the 2 big things I've planned. Otherwise, it's just like work, cleaning up my room around the house, little things like that. But you know, I really need to get in the habit more. And this is something I've always said. And I'm going to watch this back when I'm editing. Like, how many times are you going to say it until you have to do it? But like, I need to make sure I'm vlogging all parts of my life, not just parts where I feel like, oh, people are only gonna watch this because they think it's like exciting. Like, no. Every day that I get to live is exciting. Okay? And I need to act like it. So, that's where we're at with that. One of my favorite things to do is just sit my puff really high up so that I don't have to slick that part of my hair. Because that's like, if I can't see it, that's like out of my jurisdiction. I'm not going to do my makeup now because one, I don't want to rush and then like run to the train because it's so hot out. But I'll get to that in a second. I literally lost my train of thought, so whatever. We are going through a heat wave right now in New York and New Jersey. Today is 99. Tomorrow's going to be 100, 101. Tomorrow's going to go, or the day after that, so Wednesday's going to go back to like 99. And then it's going to be like raining for like a week straight. What the hell? Like, I don't know who told him to do all that, but okay. Oh, I literally didn't even need to have the light on. That flashback, not the flashback, but like that offset brightness is going to look so crazy. Guys, like, I feel like my mind, it just runs a mile a minute. Sometimes it's so hard for me to pinpoint like what my thought even was and be like, oh, okay, X, Y, and Z, da 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 da. Okay, moving on to the next point, da 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 da. Okay, my third point, da 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 da. Like, my brain just, it's on. Trust me, it's on. It's on autopilot. Another thing, my check engine light is on. Look at that little beauty. I don't even know what the problem is. I can't remember if because I was having car issues in the vlog when I was going to take my graduation pictures, but I can't remember if I put in the clips of what had happened. So I'm just going to give you a super simple watered down version. Basically, my car was overheating. That little temperature gauge kept going into the H, right? And my car would beep, 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 like letting me know that I was overheating, but nothing on the dashboard was coming up. No check engine, no anything, right? It was just the beep, 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 and the gauge going to hot. So after, like, I really didn't let that go on for too long because I never experienced a problem like that, and I was like, this is unmarked territory. I don't know how to deal with this. Long story short, me and my mom, we brought it to AutoZone, and we were like, could this possibly be, like, I've had problems with, like, the spark plugs and cylinder misfirings, I think it is, a few different times with this car. All right, we were like, could this just be, like, a domino effect of that happening so many times that now my car is overheating? So we bring it to AutoZone, da-da-da-da, and we bring it up, and the guy's like, I honestly don't know if that's why. I'm like, okay, could you just scan it? So he scans code. He says that comes up. I'm like, all right, so it was that, but you don't think that that's the reason why it's overheating? He was like, honestly, I have no idea. I don't think so, but since you said it's overheating, let me make sure you have enough coolant in the car. So pop the hood. Pop the hood. And he was like, not only is your coolant nearly empty, but your oil is also nearly empty. Babes, at the time, I literally had, I think, 3,000 or 4,000 miles to go until I had to get an oil change. What do you mean everything's empty? So then it dawned on me that because I am just a girl, the people at the oil change place thought that this was that. And you know what? They almost got me. Because in my head, I was like, oh, well, like, I could just go get my oil change early. Like, before I went to go get it scanned, I was like, I could just go get it early, and maybe that'll solve the problem. No, they were just trying to get the oil change back and be like, oh, you need this extra thing, and da-da-da-da. You think you can trick me. Well, you did for a little bit, but you won't get away with it. So literally, after we filled it up with oil and coolant, it was completely fine. And now the check engine light is on, but nothing else is happening. So I don't really know what the problem is. You guys know, literally 9 times out of 10, I'm driving into the city. I'm the person where I like to leave. I like to come and go, like, as I please. I don't want to wait on anyone. I don't want to wait on any train, any delays, especially when it's hot like this. Like, I'm driving, right? Yes, traffic is annoying, and I'd rather be reading a book or editing a TikTok. But, like, the simple pleasure of being able to be like, okay, the event's done, my social battery's out, everyone's like, yeah, we agree, like, we're all going home, and I can just get in my car and in the comfort of my own space, drive home, put on my song or my podcast, like, just get in the zone. But with that check engine light on, I just don't want to be made as an example. So I'm not gonna push my limits, and I just drove to the train station, and now we're here. The train comes in, because, like, a train was coming Bruh. Bruh! The train I was gonna take is canceled. Now I don't know what to do. Because the next train isn't for nearly 40 minutes. That's annoying. So what I was gonna say was that as I was pulling up to the station, there was a train departing. Now, I would have had to literally put my car in park and teleport from the car to the track. It just wasn't happening. But, you know what? For whatever reason, that's not the train I'm supposed to be on. So, whatever. It's fine. Like, it really is not the end of the world. I will live. But now, I can kind of just sit here and relax, I guess. Probably edit a TikTok. Okay, I realized I was fidgeting. That's probably annoying. But yeah. So with that being said, I don't really have any more updates. I guess I'll just let you guys know once a train pops up. Or once I'm on the train. But yeah. That's it for right now. I didn't realize just how dark the lip stain would be. Oh. It's so hot, you can probably tell I'm sweating, that I couldn't walk in the subway. It was just too much. But we're here now. Let's have a good time.
To start a book with the seed of an idea and just keep typing words until it's grown into something, but not overthink it. I think overthinking anything is a bad idea generally. I'm not an overthinker in any aspect of my life, but particularly the writing is just to sit and type some words, and don't find excuses not to do it. Don't think just because it doesn't feel like you've written good words that you haven't written good words. The only thing that you should be critical about yourself for doing is not writing the words. So, I'm not expecting any of it. So and I don't really tend to. I think the important thing about 1,000 words a day, which you'll find a lot of writers write 1,000 words a day, and for me the important thing about 1,000 words a day writing without a plot or a plan is that I'm never writing, I don't want to write more than that, because I could then end up writing myself into corners and rabbit holes and making this, just going in the wrong direction for 3,000 words, thinking, oh, I've written 3,000 words, and then thinking, oh, but those last 2,000 just don't make any sense. So yes, I don't tend to, the 100,000 words that I had in my first draft tends to be not that different to the 100,000 words I have in my second, third or fourth drafts. I don't actually revise that much. I just tweak and layer and polish rather than change. They're going to think, oh, I really loved all her other books, but this one's just too much, this one's too dark, this one's too weird. And actually, every time I think that about a book, it's a book that turns out to be my readers' favourites, which is I've got a lot to learn about my readers. So I remember finishing The Family Upstairs and thinking, I call them like family mysteries, dark family secrets, all that sort of thing. And as much as those are really good books, I do agree with you, but they are really, really hard to publish. The publishing industry likes genres. It likes to know exactly what the book is, and my publishers found those books really challenging because they didn't fit into anything, and they didn't.
I agree with that, though. That's why I don't know how to even classify them.
Yeah, exactly. And I struggled just then, didn't I,
Yeah.
to describe them. So. Number one, I love writing thrillers. I love how, I mean, you can go dark without it being a thriller, but I love how dark you can go in a thriller. And number two, this is who I am now. This is who my publishers publish, and this is who my readers read. And so, no, I think this is me now. But
What? Okay,
What?
see?
What? Go wrong a lot, actually. Let me see. I've read
Pictures is on my
this. I want to read this. You read this.
What is it? 7. Oh God, this book is amazing.
I want to read this. I read this. This was crazy.
She came into the store. I missed it. This one is on my list. This is on my list.
This is on my list. I want to read this because I saw the movie. Meet and greet is over. That was really fun.
Very.
I really enjoyed myself. The height difference is crazy.
Tell them I want this.
Please. Yeah, like something obnoxious.
Some light.
Something light. Like something like really small and dainty that you can put on your bedside table. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so the cars. So the event was really cute. It was fun. It was cute as fresh over here. Yeah, it was good. We had seats up close. Thank you to Maddie. She saved us. She saved us with that. Because man, there were a good amount of people still waiting.
Right. Look back, and the place was sold out.
Yeah.
Basically.
It's 7:57. There's a lot of people still need to sign, get a book, get a picture.
Exactly.
Not us though. So I don't know what that's like. But now we're gonna go to Los Tacos because it's right next door.
Yeah.
And I love this place. I've only been like twice or so. How many times have you been?
Oh, more than I can name.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Just kidding.
And it literally said it was around the corner.
No, yeah.
They're building an STK here?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. All right. Debrief, chit chat.
There better be seats.
Yeah, because I can't. Or at least a table for me to stand at. Like, I don't have the mental capacity to do anything else. Yeah, I favor this. Thank you. Oh, yes. You said what? I'm gonna get a side of chips and salsa too. For the sake of it. Diet Coke, Diet Coke, Diet Coke. I don't see it, so I think we're gonna go with the Sprite. Yeah, so I just took off the camera to handle business. Yeah, it's safe to say we're gonna be sleeping good tonight, okay? Clean the plate. Don't even look at the last bitch that she has, because Maddie's about to eat that, okay?
I need some privacy.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Sensitive topic going on right here. The way that when I get home, shower, sleep combo, I can't even fathom. I can't even put into words how good that's gonna be. I can't. I think the lip liner kind of stayed. Really just like the glossy.
Right? The liner stayed.
Yeah, the liner.
Let me find out,
Hold up.
Because I'll tell you, it wasn't like this. It was.
Man, I was dogging them tacos. What? I'm not. This isn't no. Oh, I'm literally blocking you into it again. Sorry. You're so skinny and small that the entire can blocks you.
What?
Alright, guys. I'll probably see you on the train, or at home, or maybe tomorrow. I don't know. We're gonna see what happens, how fast I go to sleep, and how good my memory is. I'm not feeling too confident right in this moment, but we'll see. Maddie, any parting words? She has to go handle business. Let's respect her privacy at this time. Thank you. Long time no chat, so let's catch up. All right, guys, so it's been a few days since we talked, but I'm going to give you a rundown of everything that happened. I'm not saying everything like something major happened, like just saying why it's been a few days. While we... Try to diary here. Yes. So, I also did just trim my ends a little bit. I kind of was just going with like the shape. It's not perfect, but it'll probably make more sense to cut it when I have it styled so I can actually see how the hair lays. But at least like the very straggly pieces that were very obviously sticking out, I just went ahead and I trimmed it because I'm over it. So first, what did I do with the hair tie? Hold on. Okay, so first, let me tell you what I'm doing to my hair, and then I can jump into why it's been a few days since I filmed, and then we can resume back into real time. So I want to do, like, I saw this honey blonde color on TikTok, and it's amazing. I love it real bad. So obviously I have to do it. I've dyed my hair before. I went blonde, and I want to say 2020 that was. That was a little lived. I tried to dye it not black, but like my natural hair color. And it didn't really work, so then my hair was kind of like a brown. I tried to do red, and I was red for a little bit. It grew out. Tried to dye over that. No. Let's backtrack. I dyed it blonde, and then I think after that is when I went red. I went red. It faded out into like a gingery type of color almost. But then my roots were showing. So I tried to dye it black, and that didn't really, or my natural hair color, that didn't really take too well. So I was in this weird like 3 different color stage, like blocks down my hair. And then I eventually was able to like dye back to my natural color, and I've left it alone for like the past 2.5, 3-ish years. But yeah, I'm feeling this honey blonde, and hair, of course my hair is always going to be important to me. My hair journey is like a whole separate thing in itself, but basically what I'm trying to get at is that, like, I don't know if it's 25 or what, but like, yes, my hair is beautiful, however, it doesn't define me. If I cut it, if I dye it, if I chop it all off, like, I'm beautiful. My hair doesn't make me beautiful, I make my hair beautiful. Does that make sense? So when it came up in my head that I wanted to dye my hair, I was like, I'm just gonna do it. So here we are. Yeah. So like I said, I want to do like a honey blonde, honey brown type of color. My hair sticking out is frying me so bad. This is just gonna be the test strand. I don't know how this is gonna go, but we're gonna see. Also, I'm filming for TikTok, so if I'm looking over here, that's because I'm filming for TikTok. I'm bored, let's dye my hair blonde. I'm bored, let's dye my hair blonde. I'm bored, so let's dye my hair blonde. I had to do a hook, of course. So yeah, that is where we are at with the hair. So let me give hair details. So yeah, I said that I wanted to do a honey blonde, honey brown. So because I am using like hair color and then you mix the developer in versus like box dye, I went with the L'Oreal High color. This line is specifically for darker hair, so duh, makes sense. I'm gonna be mixing 2 colors. It's gonna be H17 Sandstone Blonde and H3 Soft Brown. Yeah, I got, you guys see how thick my hair is. So I got 3 packs of each. This doesn't take, I'm returning this all tomorrow, so it doesn't really matter. But I wanted to make sure that I had too much rather than too little, because then that's a whole different recipe for disaster. Before I talk about this process, I'm gonna go, well, all right, let me just go into the process with the weekend. So long story short, I was supposed to film my stepsister's graduation. However, that day was like just very hectic. It was 102 degrees. I went directly from work to coming home and changing, and then me and my boyfriend and one of my brothers, we went and we drove down, and it was like, the drive was like an hour and a half. Like it was just, there was a lot, right? And it didn't dawn on me until I was already driving that I left my camera and I left my lip combo. So like I was just so pissed off. I didn't even really film anything on my phone, honestly. I filmed a few like vertical things, just cause like the memories, but like I didn't outright take out the camera for the like sake of filming. So that's really just happened with that. Like I said, it wasn't major, it's just that's how it happened. And now we're here. So we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna mix, which, does it say? Okay. So we have soft brown and we have the sandstone blonde. Yeah, so we're gonna go in with 30 developer because this is a test strip. I don't know why I shoved that, actually. Like this isn't a Snapple. Like that probably wasn't even necessary. I need gloves. As you can see, I'm all over the place. That was really it, and now jumping back into current day. I literally got off work and went right to Sally's to, actually, I don't really need gloves, just pouring it in though. I went to Sally's to get all of this stuff, and that was a trip as well, because why was an employee following me around? Like that, I hate when people do that. It really irks my soul. I don't know how much I'm gonna do, but we're just gonna eyeball it. Literally know nothing about nothing, like honestly. So, yeah, I got there and immediately, oh, like, are you looking for anything specific? I said no, but like when I do need help, I'll let you know. She's like, oh, okay, like normal. But then literally, bro, I was walking around the store just like looking around and I felt like she was following me. Like, oh, these fumes are kind of strong. Not I felt like she was following me, she was. The Sally Beauty I went to was very small, right? It was literally only a handful of aisles, so there wasn't much space to go around. Bro, no matter what aisle I was in, she was just doing outer laps. Just always circling me. And there's like multiple videos that I did because I was making a TikTok as well, like multiple videos where you can like see the remnants of her in the background behind the shelf as I'm like picking up things and putting them in my basket. I feel like I should add a little bit more of each color, so that's what I'm gonna do. But yeah, so she was following me. That pissed me off real royally because I felt like every time I was trying to be like just doing my little hook, you know, if I'm on my TikTok, it felt like she was right there every time. But, and honestly, the vibes I got weren't even like oh, I'm racist. It was more so like, I'm just trying to do my job. Or like, oh, I didn't really consider how this would make my customer feel. I'm just doing it because this is what I was told to do, and I don't care. These things are strong. So those are the vibes that I got from her. And now let's apply the script. Why am I nervous? Why am I actually nervous? It's probably supposed to start closer to the ends too, but like, just a girl, you know what I mean? So like, I don't know what else you were expecting from me. How do I know when it's too much? Like, did I mix too much? I don't know. Guys, I don't know. I'm new to this. Whatever. So I was getting all my stuff. I'm walking around. I decided that I was going to do the high color and not a box color. Okay. Now what do I do? What do you mean? I don't know why I'm rinsing this off. There's too much. This is too much. This is too much. I'm taking these gloves off because I have other gloves. Like, it will be okay if I take these gloves off. Okay, it doesn't say I have to cover it, so whatever. I'm a little nervous doing this myself. Not nervous, that's not even the word, but like, I went to get my hair, I guess, bleached blonde. Ooh, that down my neck actually made it burn a little bit. I went into the salon to do that, but then every other hair coloring I've done after that, so the red, and then like the 2 or 3 times I tried to dye it darker, those were all done at home. And I had my mom help me. So this is the first time I'm doing it by myself. Sorry, I'm a mommy's girl. Sorry. We're just gonna see how it goes. I'm gonna try really hard not to like watch over my hair to see if it turns. Like, I'm just trying to let it do its thing, right? I guess we're gonna see though. Is it? Wait, is it turning? The ends look like they are. Okay, hold on. I literally am doing what I just said I wouldn't. Okay, all right. These fumes are definitely a little bit crazy. I don't know if I should like dump this or if I can just continue to use it. I see that, but how many fluid ounces is equivalent to milliliters is my question, because that measurement is in milliliters and I need to pour out 2.5 ounces for packs. And then it's like, wait, but if I'm using 2 packs, would that mean I need 5 ounces? Or still 2.5? We're gonna let this sit. Like I said, I'll be back once the 20 minutes are up. I think it says, right, 20? Probably leave it for 25 or 30, honestly. I'll be back around 5:50, 5:55, somewhere around there, so we can kind of recap to see how well it lifted. But yeah, that's where we're at. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, we're back. Literally nothing happened. However, I don't think I used enough. You may be looking at me like, these are full. I did use a little bit, but I don't think I used enough. So actually, how much is, hold on, I need to look this up. We're gonna do 150 milliliters, or roughly 5 ounces of the developer, because we need 2.5 ounces per coloring tube. You guys hear that? I'm not repeating it. That's 1 and 2.
Round the city, round the clock. Everybody needs you. No, you can't make everybody eat. Although you got buku family, you don't even got nobody being honest with you. Need the light evaporated. My whole body see through. Transportation handmade. And I know it better than most people. I don't trust them anyways. You can't break the law with them. Get some when she have a calm night. Shooters killing left and right. Working through your worst night. If I get my money right, you know I won't need you. Can I tell you? I hope this.
As you can see, my shirt is like done for, but good thing I changed out of a shirt I care about. So I'm going to clean up this mess that I've made and leave it for, I left a timer for 30 minutes. We're gonna see how much happens. I can already see it developing right here. So I know I definitely should have put Vaseline on, but it's too late for that. I feel like it's turning here a little bit already, but I'm also delusional, so no. I definitely took much longer than I should have put it on, but like, I was just trying to make sure I got every single piece of hair. So I'm going to let this sit, like I said. I'm probably just gonna watch America's Cheerleaders? No, America's Sweethearts. America's Sweethearts, that's what it is, about the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders, because that's like the last series I have on my list before I can really dive into The Ultimatum. And then just wait for Love Island to come on. So that's what we're doing, that's what's happening. And we will check in again once there's an update.
Don't drop me, shawty don't screw me, shawty don't drop me, shawty don't screw me, shawty don't drop me, shawty don't screw me, yeah. Have you
Hey y'all, it is the next day. I styled my hair last night, put the products on the floor because I was sitting on the couch, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna close my eyes for 5 minutes and then I'll get in bed. And then I woke up and it was 7:30. So that's how that went. And then I just ended up going back to sleep, like coming in my room and actually properly going back to sleep. And my day didn't really start till like 12:30. But that's neither here nor there. My hair is basically completely dry. My roots are just ever so slightly damp, but that's to be expected with how my hair normally dries. This is what the color's looking like. I don't know if you guys can tell on camera. Well, one, as expected, my roots took it the best, and also I know that I didn't apply it technically correct, but whatever. It kind of came out more so like a chocolate brown, which I think is still really cute. Obviously it's not what I was going for, but I still like it. And I definitely still want to get into like the honey brown type of area. Maybe over the summer, like work towards it, but I don't want to like go back and get more coloring and like try to dye it again, because even though my curls held up very, very well and I was able to kind of just like trim a lot of dead ends, there were also still some pieces though that were given a little fried dye laid to the side, right? And obviously it wasn't my whole head, like, because my curls still look good, but even the fact that it was a few pieces, I was like, I'm not gonna go back in for a minute with hair dye. I think this color is gonna look really, really good in the sun when you can really see the true brown of it, but inside you can't really see it that much, which is okay. I'd rather take trying it out and getting a little bit of an effect than trying it out and then completely frying my hair off, or like the color comes out absolutely gross. Because even though like I said yesterday, like my hair, I make my hair beautiful, it doesn't make me beautiful. It's also just annoying to like yeah, it's a yes and statement. Like, yes, those things are true. and it would still be annoying to have to deal with that. You know what I mean? So overall, I'm happy with it. And I tried a new wash and go routine. 2 products that I use, I normally don't use for wash and goes. I use them for the twist out I did most recently. But I didn't have the products that I normally use for my wash and go, so I was like, let me just use these and see how they work. And, well, actually, no. That was actually kind of cap. That was kind of cap. It was half true. So what happened is there's kind of like a certain handful of products where I know, obviously not together, but based on how I'm feeling, I can reach for 1 or 2 and then mix those 2 and like just have my wash and go routine, right? Right now I've really been feeling the B-Girl kind of like custard thing from the Dew. I'm completely out of that. But another combo that I really like is the Curl Milk and then, is it the Curl Gel? But like the matching product from Camille Rose, right? I had Curl Milk, but I didn't have like the jelly. So I was like, okay, well, I liked the way that the 808 gel worked when I did the twist outs. Let me just try to combine the Curl Milk with the 808 gel. Of course, I did like a palm test. I put a little bit of product in my hands and I rubbed it together to make sure it went and like get, not clumpy, what's the word I'm looking for? Like almost like dry up and show that like it can't mix together. But no, they mixed together, so I was like, perfect. And I feel like, of course, it's not like 100% definition, but I still feel like there's a good amount of definition. My hair is super soft, super lightweight. It dried very well. Frizz really isn't that bad for a mix that doesn't have like a super strong gel cast. And yeah, I'm happy with it, honestly. I'm liking this mix. Yeah, today was like a super lazy day. I really laid around for most of the day. I started the ultimatum. It's good so far. It's good so far. I'm only on episode like 3, so I know this is like kind of like the slower episodes. It's really gonna start to ramp up after this. I'm probably gonna go back to watching that once I'm done talking to you guys. You guys saw me watching Love Island yesterday. It was really, I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna do like a montage of it rather than like keeping the sound on because I didn't really talk too much. I was like really invested. I also did just do some nightly skincare. I filmed it for TikTok because I filmed like 3 pieces of content super quickly. And yeah, now I'm just gonna go and keep watching the ultimatum and really just enjoy the rest of my night. Tomorrow I'm probably going to try to be a little bit more productive since I let this kind of be like my chill, relaxing, not really doing anything day. I think that's it for this vlog. This is like a little bit, this one's gonna be a little bit more short, a little bit more spontaneous, a little bit more no plot, just vibes. But that's just life sometimes, right? Not every single day is going to be full of 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. full schedule, full events. No. At least not here. At least not here. This is very realistic, right? So, no fluff, no faking it. There's none of that. It's just, I am who I am, and this is my life, and this is this, and that is that. Yeah, right, exactly. But that is it for now. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Are you gonna be? Say that you're gonna be. Hey, Roman numeral 7 days, drop it like it's hot. If this world was mine, I'd take it, drinks and make them multiply. If this world was mine, I'd take it, enemies in front of